player props here on PrizePicks for Friday, January 20th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. There's a Discord link in the description where the main server is completely free. We'd also have that Patreon link in the description where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play. I do also need to mention you guys that I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice, simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making, hopefully giving you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. Again, take the information I give you, combine it with the research you've gathered, and make your decisions based on that. Yesterday on Patreon, just to be transparent, we went 3-3 on the core plays. Killian Hayes, he's horrible. He sucks. He went to France and scored 4 points. I think he shot like 3 for 12 or 3 for 14 from the field. Simons, he's banned, and then Joel Embiid hooked us at 32. Overall on the day, I believe we went 6, 7, 7 in 5, I believe. Ben Simmons had 6 assists at halftime and then gets ejected earlier in the third quarter. Just some bad beats overall, unlucky day, but again, just an example of kind of the core play write-ups that I do here for these on Patreon. So again, go to check out that link if you want to. Again, 2 free plays here though on PrizePicks for today's Friday, January 20th slate. We're looking at the slate. It's a massive slate today. A massive slate today. I believe there's 9 games on the slate. We do have some great, exciting matchups. But yeah, let's get into it. 2 props that I do like. First one I'm targeting is going to be an NBA first half prop. It's going to be Nikola Jokic over 23.5 PRA in the first half. We can take a look at his last 5 game log here. He's hit the over on this in his last 5, 24, 27, 26, 31, and 30 over his last 2. And Jokic, I mean, we saw this up at 24.5. This was even at 25.5 earlier this season. So I'm not really sure why we get the discount here at 23.5, but I'm going to take it here. Pretty high over under for this game. This game is being played in Denver. 239.5. Denver is 11-point favorites here. Denver pretty unstoppable at home. Teams have to travel into that altitude. That's why I'm taking first half here to mitigate the risk of a blowout. But Jokic, 239.5 over under. The Pacers, we know they love to play fast. Let's just take a look at a few things. So Nikola Jokic's first half PRA game log this season at home. We can see here he's hit in 6 straight games, 27, 24, 27, 26, 31, and 30. Even before that, he had 29 against Boston, and then down here, 27 against Phoenix. Really love this spot here for Jokic. If we take a look at opponent averages, we can see here on the season, Pacers giving up the most rebounds to centers. Where are they in points? Not sure points for centers. Where the Pacers? 9th most points to centers. Assists here, you can see here the Pacers 15th in assists. Overall fantasy points to centers, the Pacers ranking here at the 5th most fantasy points to centers. Now if we take a look kind of a deeper at this FanDuel position, you can see here the Pacers giving up over the last 30 days, right? The 6th most rebounds to centers and overall fantasy points to centers. The Pacers sitting at number 6. Fantasy points to centers. We know Jokic really thrives when teams like to play fast. Pacers here sitting at number 4 in pace in the NBA. Obviously no Tyrese Halliburton, so it obviously affects their pace a little bit. But I think Nembhard and obviously TJ McConnell on the bench do a great job of pushing the tempo. Jokic has really just been thriving. I really do love this play a lot. I've been targeting this play a couple times here now on Patreon. His first half, I mean, he could hit this in 1 quarter. It seems like he had 31 PRA against Portland and 30 against Minnesota. And again, Minnesota and Portland, if we take a look at as far as pace goes, Minnesota here at number 8 in pace, who he had 31 against. Portland doesn't play that fast, 24. But let's take a look here also at against the Lakers. He had 24. We know the Lakers like to play fast, so I think it's a great spot for Jokic at 23.5 PRA in the first half against a team that loves to play fast, a team that gets cooked by centers. Miles Turner obviously likes to spread the floor, which I do think will allow Jokic to facilitate and be able to do really what he wants against Turner in the post as well. So that's the first play, is going to be Jokic over 23.5 PRA. Obviously his full game PRA is set at 47.5. Unibet has this minus 124. Minus 115, but again, to mitigate the risk of a blowout, taking his first half PRA. The second one is going to be a full game, and we're going with another former MVP. We're going with LeBron James, over 15.5 rebounds plus assists here. Now, I like this matchup overall. As far as just taking overs, I think at 243.5, a home game here for the Lakers. LeBron is currently questionable. He has been questionable for the last 3 contests. It says here on RotoWire, has been upgraded to available in each and should be expected to do the same Friday. It's not like the Lakers are coming off a back-to-back or anything, so I do expect LeBron to play in this game here. tonight against Memphis at home. He's got some beef with the Grizzlies. Remember that game, I think, last season where, he told the Grizzlies to stop talking shit to him, et cetera, et cetera. But I like this spot here for a few reasons. One, there is some decent odds here on the over. DraftKings BetMGM consensus is -130 on the over of 15.5 here for LeBron James. We can take a look at his hit rate at home this season without Anthony Davis. He's hit this in every game except for one. So we're looking at 6 of 7 games, home games here now without Anthony Davis. He's hit the over on this one. If we break this down to just his game log at home, we can see this has a pretty nice hit rate as well. He's hit this in his last 5 games, and just overall in the season, we can see here over 16. Very nice hit rate. Overall, the game log just this season, not at home, just his game log in general, has had a very, very nice hit rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can see here it hasn't had anything less than 15 in 8 or 9 straight games. Nothing less than 15 R+A in 9 straight games here for LeBron James. We're taking a look at some matchups here though. So he plays power forward, right? He listed as a power forward. Thomas Bryant plays the 5. LeBron's at the 4, right? But offensively, LeBron is a point guard in this offense. So let's just take a look at a few things. So against power forwards, right? Against power forwards over the last 7 days, Grizzlies giving up the most rebounds to power forwards and the 5th most assists to power forwards. Okay, so that bodes well for LeBron. Just overall production, they're giving up 6th most fantasy points, giving up a ton of points to power forward position. I think it maybe has to do with the rebounds and assists for Jaren Jackson Jr., like chasing blocks. Maybe he just gets out of position, which allows those power forwards to get rebounds. But then so great matchup here for LeBron, power forward, most rebounds and 5th most assists. But point guards, Memphis giving up the most assists to point guards over the last 7 games, and the 4th most rebounds to point guards over the last 7 games. So really, those the 2 position LeBron plays on offense and defense. Top 5 matchups for him over the last 7. Which is why I like this play here. We're taking a look at LeBron over his last 4 games. 14.8 potential assists, converting 9.3 of those. Rebounds, 13 potential rebounding chances, converting 10 of those as well. Both these teams top 5 in pace. We got the Lakers here at number 3 and the Memphis Grizzlies at 101. I think it's a great matchup for overs in general. I think LeBron James at 243.5 over-under is going to get quite a bit of opportunity to grab rebounds and dish out some assists here. I do also really like LeBron's PRA at 48.5, just to be honest with y'all. But I'm taking 15.5 R+A. You could also target his assist as well at 7.5. I think it's a strong play too. You can see here he's hit 4 of his last 5. But I think the safer one overall, R+A for LeBron James at home against the Grizzlies. These are the 2 plays here for YouTube Friday, January 20th. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 2. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.